If each of us prayed God would bring one more, I'm talking about one more person who is not in a relationship with God, one more person who's not got a church home, to our church so that we can minister to them, that would be a blessing. And I encourage you always to invite. Today I said, look around, see people who are lonely, people who are struggling maybe and suffering, and they're doing it all alone, and we come alongside of them, we reach out to them. Great people to invite to come. There's a story of some folks in our church here that began with one woman just offering an invitation to somebody to come to church with her that turned into a pretty special thing. I want you to watch it with me here for just a few minutes.
I've got parents that I've sat with at football since the boys were playing together in elementary school. We hang out, we go to dinner after football games, we tailgate before football games, we have a Friday football dinner for the boys before the games that some of us plan. Us moms, we're pretty close, and we help each other out with parenting or giving each other, helping with carpooling.
It's a busy life. It's constantly back and forth from school to home every night, practices, getting the boys fed on Friday nights.
I was talking to my friend Jenny at football practice, and she was talking about she was trying to find a home church that she was comfortable with on the south side.
We were a little lost. We wanted to find a church we were comfortable with, and we felt like we were missing something in our lives. And I was talking to her about finding a church home on the south side, and she had suggested for us to try Mount Pleasant.
I was telling her about the sermons and how it's biblically based, and I just have a great experience. I was sharing that with her, and so she came as a guest and really enjoyed it.
It was a unique experience for me. Lisa was only the second person in my life to ever invite me to a church. So it was nice for her to just be so welcoming and say, hey, just come and try it for a Sunday. So once we started going to Mount Pleasant, we felt very comfortable there. I invited my sister Christy and her family. I was working a lot of hours. She was helping me take care of my girls a lot. She started going to Mount Pleasant because Lisa had told her about it, and she started taking my girls. My girls started saying, Mom, we want you to go with us. They started coming, and then after that it was like, oh, now I can invite more people. So I went to my friend Tammy and had talked to her for a while and said, hey, just come to church with us one Sunday.
Jenny was definitely hounding me every time I turned around.
Everybody in church laughed at that.
A little bit too, saying,
what? Tammy?
Please come to church with me, please come to church with me. And it was probably a good 5 years.
And Jenny and Lisa have been attending Mount Pleasant. So I was just excited to be part of it. They asked us if we wanted to go.
Tammy and my other friend Kelly, we were all sitting in the same car together, and Tammy said, hey, I have a surprise for you. And I said, what's that? And she said, we're going to go to church with you on Sunday. And
felt like almost immediately that you belonged. And I knew from that point on that church was my home.
And when they asked me to go to church,
it changes you. It changes who you are. It changes the way you think of things, the way you look at things. And if it wasn't for just them asking, I wouldn't be who I am today.
Just one person inviting a friend to church, and see what happened. It resulted in more people. It resulted in salvation, baptisms, all kinds of incredible things. And we all, every one of us has somebody like this in our life. Every one of us. And all we have to do is extend an invitation. What's the worst thing that can happen if you invite somebody to church? I mean, absolutely. The worst thing can happen. They might say no. They might say no. That's it. That's the worst thing that can happen. One more. Every one of us. But church is not reaching people. Fundamentally, it's not doing its most primary work in the world. Hey, we're going to receive an offering. We're going to celebrate that. Let me share this week's change for $1.